Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 23. So I have run into a bit of a dilemma, which I will describe as we buy our daily drawing ticket because it is now officially Tuesday morning. Like I said, number 3 prize is cherry berry. Okay, good, I don't have that one. Unfortunately, our flower pot is full at the moment. I did harvest our citrus berries. I got 5 of them, which was awesome. So I planted 1 raspberry, got a few of those as well, and 3 of the 5 citrus berries. Yeah, the problem is that the Pokemon I want to get from the Safari Zone, I like how she says, "To which floor may I take you?" Very proper. Is only available during the morning or the daytime. And you might be thinking, what's the big deal? That's 16 hours out of the day. But unfortunately, I really only have time to play this week during the night. Nighttime in the game is from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. And because we're rather busy at work and because I'm off all next week, and a little bit more than that actually due to the holidays, I'm working pretty late every day this week, which means I'll be home around 8 o'clock or maybe a little bit sooner, but not really enough to get into the game and do anything. There might be a chance that I could work through lunch, maybe slip out a little early tomorrow, but yeah, even so, I'm not sure I want to rush home and try to record the second half of this episode. So that's plan B. We're gonna go grab another weak sibling while we talk. Plan A, and we'll see how this goes, is I'm gonna try to wake up a little early before work tomorrow, enough time to finish this episode. So we're gonna do some stuff early on with the Safari Zone, but then I'll have to kind of split the episode. Oh, an apricorn. Not sure if this is the guy or not. I don't think it is. Hoot hoot. Yes, when I come back, I'll either be really groggy having woken up early to play this game, or more likely I'll say, you know what, I want another hour of sleep and go back to sleep, in which case I'll try to get off work a little early. So either way, we can't catch it now. And I don't want to really hold off any longer because we've already got 5 gym badges and we're down 2 members. Yeah, me too, buddy, me too. He said he's waiting for a Pokemon that only appears in the morning. How about you? Are you the sibling? No. Oh, I think it might be her. Oh, no Sandshrew, that's right. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, let's use a repel. Using the max repel just because it's right there. Actually, I think she was here before, wasn't she? No, she's not. Okay. Wrong again. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am Tuscany of Tuesday. By way of introduction, please accept this gift, a Twisted Spoon. And that's a pretty sweet item because it powers up Psychic-type moves by 20%, as she is telling us. And we happen to know a Pokemon that has a Psychic-type attack as her main attack. So let's go ahead and give Olive, where is it? The Twisted Spoon. Alright, we will take the Quick Claw. So what do we have right now? Charcoal, Shell Bell. Rod is fairly fast, so I'm not sure the Quick Claw would be too useful for him. Let's give the Quick Claw to Gyarados, because there's a chance I might have to use Gyarados in a battle, and if so, he'll probably be facing an opponent many levels higher, in which case the Quick Claw might come in handy. It's more likely to come in handy than the Oran Berry, I would say. Alright, and I guess the only thing to do now is fly back to the Safari Zone. I already talked to Kurt today. Got a couple more balls of some sort and gave him some more apricorns. Didn't bother getting a haircut because I think we're maxed out at this point. Alright, so one thing we can do to make our job a little easier is do the Safari Zone quest that he gave us, which was to catch a Geodude. So let's give it a shot. Yes, please. We have plenty of money, so that's good. Fun fact, you can actually prevent yourself from defeating Pokemon Red in game if you beat every trainer available, spend all your money, and get rid of all your Pokeballs, and don't have a Pokemon with Payday. There's no way to get the 500 to do the Safari Zone and advance the quest. Not possible in later games, but it is in that game. So apparently Geodude can be found in this zone at the very beginning called the Peak. And the way the Safari Zone works is there are 6 areas arranged in a 3x2 grid, so 3 wide, 2 high. And at least for the first time, if not the first couple times, the peak is always right there in front, making his quest not too difficult. Oh, right. I'm like, why aren't we finding any Pokemon? Note to self, do not use a repel in the Safari Zone. Got a Magnemite. There are actually 10 different areas, and I don't know if you can access all of them right away. It's random which ones you get, but by doing his quest, you unlock the ability to choose which tiles you want and which one you want in front. There's a Geodude. We already have one, but we will catch another. Let's go ahead and throw a Safari Ball. So, this will go a little bit easier if I can just go right to the area I want to go to first thing in the morning or afternoon. So we'll see. I'm a little wary too because I don't know if because of daylight savings time, like I felt like my game got dark at 7 p.m. that one time, so I'm worried it might actually be 7 on it, not 8, which would be even worse. Although I guess, well, no, it would be even worse. We could keep exploring, but the Pokemon we want is not available right now, so let's not spend any more time here just yet. Yes, I do have Safari Balls left, I'm aware of that. Please return my other Safari Balls, okay. Oh, I guess I have to actually get the Geodude out of the PC. When that is not a PC. Is there not a PC around here? Really? How is there not a PC? It's a Safari Zone. Come on, Boba. Gotta give the customers what they want. But there's a Pokemon Center right outside, so that's not too bad. I'm really glad you could fly here too, otherwise that would be really frustrating. So the way the Safari Zone works, just in case you guys aren't familiar with it, is you can throw either, you can't use your Pokemon to fight like a normal battle. So it kind of makes it fun and interesting. Yeah, you can see some of the Pokemon we've been gathering off screen. Let's put Gyarados away just for a second. So you can just throw a Pokeball and hope you get them. You can't weaken the Pokemon's health, but you can make it easier to catch by throwing, I think, rocks at it. Or although in this game it might not be rocks, it might be something a little less abusive. Alright, we caught a Geodude, yay! And yes, there are 2 tests. Second test is he's still preparing. Okay, right, that's right. I forgot you also have to wait 3 hours in game before he gives you the next test. So what I might do is just plug in my DS and leave it on while I sleep. But anyway, let me finish my thought here. So you can throw a rock or whatever the equivalent is, and well, let's go ahead and just catch something while we're at it. Why not, right? It's only 500 Pokedollars. So a rock makes it easier to catch, but more likely to run away, because Pokemon do have a chance to flee each turn in the Safari Zone. You can also throw bait, which does the opposite effect. It makes them less likely to flee, but more difficult to catch. So I'll show you that in effect in a second. So I know in Red and Blue, the best strategy mathematically was just to throw Safari Balls. Don't worry about bait and whatever else it was, because okay, watching carefully. Mud, okay, so that's a little friendlier than rocks, I suppose. You'd think Mud wouldn't do much since Geodude is rock type, but I guess it would do a lot if Mud's like a ground type thing, but it doesn't really work that way. But yeah, because you actually use a turn as well when doing those 2 items, unless they've changed it, it's better just to throw Safari Balls continuously. Let's go explore a different area while we're here, make this a little more interesting. So this looks like a grassy type area, which is cool, because I like how they really divide up the Pokemon into areas that make sense for them. So here we have an Abra. This might be a little easier to catch, because instead of teleporting, it'll have a chance of fleeing. And the really cool part is once you get the National Dex, which unlocks the other half of the game, or maybe other third of the game, whatever portion it is. The second part of the game, let's say that. Or actually, I don't think you get that until later in the second part of the game. But either way, when you get the National Dex, you can start finding Pokemon in this area that are from Hoenn or Sinnoh, so that's pretty cool. Maybe if I don't catch him this time, I'll try throwing some bait. Oh, we caught ourselves Eradicate. So this is a nice, easy way to catch some Pokemon. You do get 30 Safari Balls for only 500 Pokedollars. That's a pretty good ratio as far as Pokeballs go. If you really are trying to do the Pokedex, you can catch a lot of rare Pokemon here. Alright, let's maybe catch one more, and then I think I'm going to go ahead and take a break and wait those 3 hours. I could go fight Jasmine, I'm really tempted to, but should I do that? I don't know. I'd really rather wait until we have one more addition to our team. I didn't use the bait, did I? Alright, let's use the bait so he doesn't run away. Although he still can run away, it's just a decreased chance. Do I get to bed earlier? The thing I'm thinking is that even if I log in and catch the Pokemon, hopefully it won't take too long. And if I do that, I might have enough time just to go face Jasmine regardless. See, I wasted a turn where I could have thrown a ball and it fled anyway. Now maybe it would have fled one turn sooner, but really, worst case scenario would have been just as many chances to catch as I just had. So because I would face Jasmine anyway without a chance to train up our 5th Pokemon, maybe I'll just go ahead and face her. And then we'll end this episode by coming back and catching the Pokemon. Alright, let's do that. As I'm sure you guys enjoy watching gym battles, I know I enjoy playing them. Yeah. So one thing I will do, even though I don't want to do it, yep, I'm done here. Thank you. And I don't think you have to do a second quest to organize the screens. I think the second quest gives you the option to organize the screens. Not sure what the actual prize is for the second quest. But alright, one thing I am going to do, because Olive is level 30. Nope, not save the game. I keep doing that. I might wait on Shadow Ball just for a little while longer. But I do want to teach it Fire Blast. Why do we have 2 Fire Blast TMs? Did I buy it twice by accident, or did I find one somewhere? That's unfortunate. That was kind of a waste of money. Geodude can learn Fire Blast. I didn't know that. I knew Golem could. Didn't know that Geodude could. And Olive... Fire Blast is a great move for Olive, not only because it's a really powerful special attack, but because it has a 10% chance to burn the opponent, and that is doubled to 20% by Serene Grace. Alright, goodbye, Yawn. You've served me well, but we only have 2 more Pokemon to catch, and one of them is in the Safari Zone, so Yawn won't really help us there, and the other one won't be for a while. And the reason I want Olive to learn that move is because we are about to face a Steel-type gym. That's the Battle Frontier, and that is Olivine City. Luckily, we already talked to Jasmine last time, so she is already back at her gym. I don't think we did any battles, so I don't think we need to heal. I could grab Gyarados, but I'm going to be a little bit overconfident here. Hopefully not overconfident, hopefully just confident. And leave him in the PC. Oh, there's trainers. Okay. That wasn't in Generation 2. They're just new to Generation 4, which I kind of like, though. I knew you'd come here. Thank you for helping the gym leader, but battle is a separate battle. Go for it. Oh. Maybe... I don't know why these people are here, then. Could you come here... We came here, though, before we helped her, and there were no trainers here. I know how capable you are from the light... Oh. So maybe these are 2 trainers that you can avoid in the lighthouse, but if you don't avoid them... If you do avoid them, you fight them here, and if you do fight them there, you don't have to fight them here. Either way, it saves time, so I won't argue with it. Thank you for your help at the lighthouse, but this is different. Please, allow me to introduce myself. A lot of them say that. I am Jasmine, a gym leader. I use the Clang, Steel type. Do you know about the Steel type? They are very hard, cold, sharp, and really strong. I'm not lying. She seems very young and very new to being a gym leader. That doesn't mean she isn't very, very strong. She only has 3 Pokemon, but they're probably going to be pretty high level. Level 30, okay, so about the same as the original game. I think they were 30, 30, 35. Now, obviously, they are more powerful than Cian. So much so that I don't think an Ember would one-shot it, so let's go with Fire Blast. I'm pretty sure a Fire Blast will. It always has that 15% chance of missing, which scares me a lot, but it's not too bad. Not as bad as like Hydro Pump or Hurricane. I'm not sure. I think Hurricane is a Gen 5 move anyway. I'm not sure it was around a Gen 4. Steelix. Alright, so she went ahead and brought out her best one, which makes sense because it is part ground type, which means it can do a lot of damage to me. Luckily, Steelix is not Steel and Rock. It's Steel and Ground. When it evolves from Onix, it keeps Onix's secondary type. And because of that, it will still be weak to fire, and it has a stellar defense stat up there with Cloyster. But it has a pretty weak special defense stat, I seem to recall. So this might actually be a one-shot. Let's see. Cena's had a hard couple episodes. Maybe this will be his lucky break. Okay, looks like Steelix actually has a decent amount of health, and it does have a Citrus Berry. So what does it know? Earthquake or Magnitude? Rock Throw. Okay, that's not bad, because Rock Throw doesn't get stab. So it's going to do a lot of damage, but I think... Oh, good job, Cian. I did not think it would do that much. Steelix must have a really good attack stat. So, that was scary. I was thinking it was a crit, but it wasn't a crit. Just a regular attack did that much damage. Alright, come on. Yes, Fire Blast is a hit. Good job, Cian. Very nice. That means we have about an 85% chance of making this gym a clean sweep. So, everybody out there, please cross your fingers for us. Level up, not surprised. And Fire Punch. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Because, like I said, Magby actually has a better attack stat than special attack. Which means even if Fire Punch had the same power as Ember, it would do more damage. But Ember has a 40 base power. Fire Punch has 75, so it's much, much better. And they both have the same 10% chance to burn, so that's a wash. Got 2 more HP there. Alright. Now, I don't know how Magnemite's defense compares to its special defense. But let's give Fire Punch a go, because it is fully accurate, and I... you know what, I'm not going to risk it. Fire Blast. And it's a hit. Okay, glad I didn't. I feel like Fire Punch would have been right on the cusp there. It might have one-hit KO'd it, but maybe not by much. Somebody who's better at damage calcs might be able to tell me I'm totally wrong, but that's what my instinct says. Well done. Got lots of money from that. Alright, so that definitely was an easy gym battle. You are a better trainer than me in both skill and kindness. In accordance with league rules, I confer upon you this badge. I like how official she is. Unlike some of the trainers in this game who put up a hissy fit before they give you their badge. With that badge, all Pokemon, included traded Pokemon up to level 70, will obey you without question. Please take this too. TM23. In episode 23, that's appropriate. It is called Iron Tail. Your Pokemon will hit the target with its hard tail, occasionally lowering the target's defense. Iron Tail in Gen 2 was the most powerful Steel-type move. One of the only, I think it was only that and Steel Wing. There might have been like one more I can't think of, but those were really the 2 good ones. So, and there were only 6 Steel-type Pokemon. Magnemite, Magneton, which couldn't really learn any, maybe like, no, I don't think there was any metal, or Steel moves they could have learned. Steelix could learn Steel Tail, or Iron Tail. A lot of non-Steel types could also learn Iron Tail. It was actually a fairly decent move. It's, there's no Fairy type, so it's not super effective against many types, only like Ice and Rock. But, a lot of Pokemon with tails can learn it, so at least it gives them a little bit of diversity. I think it has 100 base power and like 75 or 80% accuracy, so it's a little too inaccurate for my taste, but fairly powerful. There was Skarmory that learned Steel Wing. Again, some non-Steel types could learn Steel Wing. Or the other 2 I'm forgetting. Forretress, which couldn't learn either of them, and Scizor, which I think could learn Steel Wing. So I think Steelix was the only actual Steel type that could learn Iron Tail in Generation 2. But anyway, alright guys, I am going to leave the game on for 3 hours. Hopefully that'll count to get our second quest. If not, it's not a big deal. We can still just kind of go in there until we find the zone we want. But it'll be definitely easier if we get that other quest. So anyway, I'm going to do a quick cut here. When I come back, it'll be time to catch our 5th Pokemon. Alright, good morning, welcome back. It is about 10 minutes before 5 o'clock. I woke up from, I guess, a REM cycle and was awake for a few seconds, so I kind of forced myself to stay awake and get up just for a little bit, because that's what Pokemon Masters do, right? Looks like Cameron is here? Yep, alright. I'm sure I'm looking really groggy right now, but why not have our photo taken? Celebrate this momentous occasion. I had a really crazy dream too, but I tend to have very vibrant dreams. Not bad dreams, just interesting ones. Alright, so it is now officially morning. Time to catch ourselves a Larvitar. Oh, and yeah, Boba called. I've been waiting for you. The test is ready. This time you can catch a Sandshrew and show it to me, okay? Sounds easy, right? Not really. Sandshrew will not appear with the current Safari Zone setting, and that's where this comes in handy. His magical machine. The sophisticated high-tech machine lets you customize Safari Zone areas. I call it the Area Customizer. Oh, that's very clever. You want to know how it works, don't you? It's a secret. Well, you shouldn't have the trouble operating it. Just talk to the staff. I almost forgot. I was in the middle of explaining the second test. You will not see Sandshrew in the... he sounds like me. In the current Safari Zone areas, you have to use the Area Customizer to change them. Sandshrew live in the desert? Good luck. Okay. So what we really wanted was just the ability to customize these areas. We might catch a Sandshrew, but... obviously... Did I already say what I wanted? I might have actually already said what I wanted, but... Anyway, if so, then you know what Pokemon we are going for. Mountain, that's the one we want, so let's switch it to here. Did that work? Peak. Maybe I should have used Sword instead of Switch. Which will you switch? So now we have to, oh, okay. Oh, I see, you can change it to whatever you, oh, I get it, okay, cool. So I think this is, which one's the mountain? Oh, there's more, I see. So you can even double up on certain areas, that's cool. So let's use the mountain. And then to the left here, we'll switch it out to what I think is the desert. Yes, it is, okay, cool. Alright, areas have been swapped. Time to play the Safari Zone game and see if we can get our Pokemon. So originally I was thinking that this Pokemon would be a male, but then I thought about it and was like, well, I really don't mind either way. So I'm not going to worry about that. I do want to make sure they have like not a bad nature, as long as it's a decent nature or a good nature. Then I will go ahead with the Pokemon. It's only if it's like a minus, I don't know, something we need nature, then I might catch a second one, or try to catch a second one. So the nice thing about having the ability to customize these areas is that you can put the area you want right in the front like this, and then you can take only a few steps to get to the place you need, because your safari journey is measured in steps. I think it's 500 steps. Once you've walked those 500 steps, it is over. Whatever you caught is what you caught. So there is a 10% chance of finding this Pokemon, so about 1 in 10 tries here. I wish I wasn't so groggy, or I would have more things to talk about as we search. It's kind of a shame too that we can't use our Pokemon here, because we could at least train them up a little bit. So I do think that I'm going to take a little break between this episode and the next one. We'll catch this Pokemon. Oh, and there it is, Larvitar. Looks like a female this time. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw a Safari Ball. I don't even remember what I was just saying, but come on, come on. Alright, that was actually really easy. Oh, it broke out! I didn't realize it could break out. Okay, it hasn't run yet. So the best thing to do, I think, is just throw the Safari Balls, like I said before. I did look up to do some research. Oh, that was so close. Watch me be here for like an hour now trying to catch this guy. Or this girl, rather. Come on. Nope, not quite. It's all about luck. Still doesn't run, though. It's good news. And at least it shouldn't take us as long as catching Tauros in Pokemon Red. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, again, so close. Alright, this Larvitar is pretty brave. She's sticking around. It's like she wants to be part of the team. Keep getting lucky on those flea rolls. Just need to get a little luckier on a catch roll. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, that's the third time! Ah, okay, well, we will keep at it then. I was was both very lucky and very unlucky. But yes, the last addition to our team, if I didn't already say it, will be a Larvitar. Tyranitar is another one of those iconic Gen 2 Pokemon. It's one of my favorite from Generation 2. It is very powerful and very fun to level. And we could use a resident Rock and Ground type, although it will evolve into eventually Tyranitar, which is a Rock and Dark type. Very cool. One of the few Dark types in this gen. Again, just like there are only 6 Steel types, there are 6 Dark types. They added... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I really didn't mean to do that, because that's a waste of a Safari Ball, too, that we won't get if we do find another Larvitar. Of course, we catch a Rattata. Alright, well, at least we caught something, right? No, I don't really care about the Rattata. Nope, no nickname. Okay, back to catching things. So it's Murkrow, Tyranitar, Houndour, Houndoom. Who are the other two? I don't think they actually added Dark type to any existing Pokemon the way they did with Magnemite and Steel type. Well, I have 4. I feel like it's 2 individual maybe evolutions of Umbreon. Eevee's evolution is 1. So that's 5. Who is the 6th one? The Dark-type trainer we'll eventually face has Houndoom, Murkrow, and Umbreon. So that's not really any help. I already have those ones. Are there only 5? I'm pretty sure there's a 6th. Almost positive of it. Who is the 6th Dark type? If you guys can think of it, you're probably yelling at me right now. Okay, well, I'll come back to that. What else was I saying about... Oh, so in the original Red, Blue, and Yellow Safari Zones, people actually know the mechanics, they crunch the numbers, and I think they determined it is better just to always throw Safari Balls like we did back in our Red Let's Play. But I couldn't find anybody who had done the math on this one. They were all just very generic posts that said, oh, bait makes it easier to... hard to catch, but easier to not flee, and vice versa. So it's like, I know that. That's not really helpful. I really wanted to know, like, somebody who knew the exact ratios and had done the math. I couldn't find that anywhere. But I think it's probably very, very likely that the best way to do it... another Larvitar, also a female. Maybe it's the same one. Maybe she changed her mind and isn't feeling scared anymore and wants to join our team. So yeah, I would just throw these Safari Balls. Nope, not yet. Also, I know some of you guys are probably thinking that why don't you just change the settings in your DS to be whatever time you want it to be? That really feels like kind of just cheating at this point. Come on, come on. Yes! Okay, we got Larvitar. Sweet. That's perfect. So I wouldn't actually, like, you know, getting up a little early isn't that big of a deal. It feels like that big of a deal right now, but it's not. Okay. It feeds on soil. After it has eaten a large mountain, it falls asleep so it can grow. Very cool. Larvitar, the rock skin Pokemon. And of course we are going to give Larvitar a nickname. We are going to name our Larvitar... Let's hope it has a good nature. She has a good nature. Otherwise I'll have to catch another one. We are going to name her Kroot. Alright. After Ekrutik City. Of course, it's one of the most iconic city. Oh, let's catch a Sandshrew while we're here. Should be easy after that. It's one of the most iconic cities in Johto, and one of the most important, just like Tyranitar, is an iconic Johto Pokemon, Sandslash, but only a Sandslash, need a Sandshrew. So I figured that was appropriate, and it kind of sounds like a Tyranitar name for a big powerful Pokemon, Kroot. Another Sandslash. So Tyranitar is cool because it's what fans call a pseudo-legendary. It's not really a legendary in any way, but it has the stats that are equal to 1. It actually has higher stat total than legendary dogs or legendary birds. The legendary birds have a average of their 6 stats, as far as their base stats go, of I think 96.67, whereas the pseudo-legendary has an average of 100. Most mythical Pokemon, which means like the unobtainables, like Mew and Celebi, also have averages of base 100, so they're pretty much equal with pseudo-legendaries like Dragonite or um, Tyranitar, Garchomp, or Metagross. Oh, Sandshrew, okay. Safari Bell time. It's funny that we have to catch Pokemon that we actually already have, but that's okay. Alright, now I have to be careful not to pull this Sandshrew on my PC, thinking it knows all my cool HM moves, but they should be different levels. I think my other Sandshrew is level 6. But I probably should just teach this one those HM moves and bring him around as well. Alright, so we've done what we need to do here in the Safari Zone. It's time to leave and check out the nature of our Larvitar, and hopefully it's at least a decent nature. So I'm looking for one that's not like minus attack and hopefully not minus speed and not plus special. As long as those conditions are met, I'm good. Yes, we're gonna go ahead and leave. It'd be awesome if it's plus attack. I'd be also okay with plus speed. If it's like plus defense minus special defense or something like that, then, you know, whatever, that's fine. It's not great. Alright, let's check the PC first. That's gonna tell us if we need to do any more searching. But yeah, I definitely like training pseudo-legendaries. Legendaries always feel too powerful, but pseudo-legendaries feel okay. I guess because like I always thought like in the anime you only had like there was supposedly only one legendary or one of each legendary Pokemon, which later turned out not to be the case, but they kind of set up to be that way. So I always felt like unrealistic being the one trainer who had an Articuno, for example, but having a Tyranitar just felt like being a powerful trainer. All right, it has a bold nature. Let me just bring in my little cheat sheet here. I don't know what bold nature means. Bold is decreased stat is attack. That is unfortunate. So we are going to catch another Larvitar. So, alright, back to the Safari Zone we go then, which means I can't go to sleep quite yet. Oh, I was hoping that would be our little Larvitar there, but with a minus attack nature and a Pokemon that knows all physical moves, even being a very powerful Pokemon, I mean, we'd probably be okay in all honesty, but it would definitely put us at a pretty sizable disadvantage. The construction guys are over there on the right. Hopefully our layout still stays. Alright, back in we go. So, mythical Pokemon like Mew or Celebi tend to have even stats across the board, all base 100, where pseudo-legendaries are actually kind of mixed up, just like a regular Pokemon's would be. So Dragonite doesn't have a stat in each category of exactly 100. It has an attack value of 134, and its speed is only 80, so it all averages to 100, but it's kind of better that way, because it makes them more useful attackers instead of just generalists or support Pokemon. You can do support movesets, which are kind of out of the ordinary, but most of them have a really high attack stat. I think Hydreigon from Gen 5 is the only one with a really high special attack stat instead. So Generation 1 has Dragonite, my favorite Pokemon, which we trained last time. Generation 2 has Tyranitar, which we'll be training this time. Tyranitar is slower than most. I think it has a base speed stat of 61, but it has an attack stat of, I don't quite remember the number, but it's, I think, somewhere between 130 and 135, so it's pretty darn good. And I think it has slightly better defenses and HP than like Dragonite does. Lower special attack. It's still a decent special attack, but lower. And it has a few of those extra points from that it would have had in speed allocated to its other stats instead. Make it a little more bulky. The third generation is the only one to date that actually has 2 pseudo-legendaries. Not sure why they added 2. I'm glad they didn't keep up that pattern though, because that would have been a lot of pseudo-legendaries. Metagross and Salamence are the 2 additions. Metagross is really cool. I've always liked Metagross a lot, being a Steel and Psychic type, so it's one of the few pseudo-legendaries, maybe the only one actually, well, one of only 2, that does not have a double weakness. It's the only pseudo-legendary with 2 types, but not a double weakness. Being Psychic and Steel, it's weak to Fire, Ground, and then in later generations also Ghost and Dark. Kind of balanced it out a bit. I wonder if that was a major consideration when they made that change. And then Salamence, which is kind of like the new Dragonite, which I've never been a fan of. I mean, it's a cool Pokemon, but I never liked it because it was like trying to supplant Dragonite. Dragonite still had some advantages in that Dragonite could learn Outrage, which was arguably a better move than Dragon Claw. Hey, here we go. Another female Larvitar. Maybe this is the first one that we encountered. She's back. Hopefully with a good nature here. Alright, 2 shakes. Not quite enough. Oh, I thought I was going to flee for a second there. Very glad she didn't. It's always a little nerve-wracking. Oh, it fled. Alright, keep at it. If we go too much longer, I'll probably add another artificial break to the episode, just come back when I catch it. Which means you guys don't have to sit through all this, but I will. Just to finish my thought, though. So yeah, Metagross does not have a double weakness. Salamence does. Oh, so Salamence did not know Outrage. So even though Salamence had Intimidate, which is an amazing ability, compared to Dragonite's Inner Focus, which is situationally useful, but not really. It just makes you immune to flinches. Salamence was generally agreed upon to be the better Pokemon, except if you wanted Outrage, then that was a valid reason to use Dragonite. So I did. I definitely had Dragon Dance and Dragonite Outrage set up. I remember when they added, was it these games? Heart Gold and Soul Silver? I think it was. Or maybe it was Platinum came out, and they added a move tutor. It might have just been Platinum. And the move tutor allowed you to teach Outrage to a lot of Pokemon, including Salamence, and it was like, wow, now Dragonite's like almost totally outclassed. Luckily in Gen 5, they added a hidden ability to it, Multiscale, which is one of the best abilities in the game, and made Dragonite once again competitive with Salamence. It's kind of unfortunate that just due to power creep, I think Dragonites now, you could use them in competitive battling, but there are just so many really powerful legendaries. A male Larvitar this time. Okay, let's see if we can catch him. There's so many super powerful legendaries and mega evolutions that a lot of old favorites just got kind of phased out of the metagame. Come on, come on. Yes! Okay, good. So maybe we'll be going with a male Larvitar for our team. Alright, so once again, we are going to name to unnickname our previous Larvitar. And assuming this Larvitar has a decent or preferable nature, I can go back to bed for a couple hours. Hopefully I can fall back asleep since I'm so excited to have Kroot in our team, but pretty sure I won't have too much trouble there. As you can tell by my voice, I'm still a little bit tired. Yes, I know. Should have made a hole in my inventory to check, but okay. So I think there's only like, so it'd be a minus attack, even minus speed I could live with maybe. But if it's minus speed and not plus special, I could probably be okay with that. I wonder if the fact that I'm tired is biasing me a bit. But I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Let's see how I feel when I see its nature. Naive. Naive I think might be one of those neutral ones, I hope so. Come on. Natures. Where is Naive? Is... Okay, oh that's Jolly. Okay, increased speed and minus special defense. I'll take that. I looked at Jolly for a second, which is increased speed and minus special attack, but that would have been great, but that is not what it is. It is Naive, but Naive is still cool too. So, that's great. Larvitar can only have one ability. So just real quick to round out the list of pseudo legendaries. Gen 4 is Garchomp, very cool Pokemon. Also one of my favorites. Gen 5 is Goodra, or Goodra gets in, no, Goodra's Gen 6. Hydreigon is Gen 5. Not Volcarona. Volcarona is a powerful Pokemon, but it is not pseudo-legendary. It doesn't have a base stat total of 100, and it's not a third stage evolution. 6 is Goodra, the only one that does not have a second type. A lot of dragons. I think Tyranitar and Metagross are the only non-dragons. They are, yeah. And then Generation 7 is Komo-o, I think is its name. A cool dragon and fighting type Pokemon. Anyway, we'll definitely train some of those Pokemon I listed in our future Let's Plays. Not all of them, but a good amount, because I like pseudo-legendaries. But anyway, Larvitar is part of our team now. Let's go ahead and switch him out. Actually, I might fly back to Ekritique and then add him to our team. And we'll add Sandshrew back as well. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I don't know if you're up in the early hours of the morning to really get the experience. Probably not, but if you are, then thank you for sharing this with me. Either way, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you all much, much later tonight, if I'm not too tired, for maybe 1 or 2 more episodes of Pokemon Go. I'm sorry, Pokemon Go. See, I'm tired. Of Pokemon Heartgold. Alright, see you guys later.